Let me ask you something uncomfortable. You have a dream. Maybe it's financial freedom. Maybe it's building something. Maybe it's just a life that actually feels like yours. You think about it, you believe in it. You've planned it 100 times in your head. But right now, today, you are in the exact same place you were 6 months ago. Don't scroll away, because this video isn't going to tell you to work harder or stay consistent. What I'm about to share goes much deeper than that. Psychology has actually figured out why smart, capable people stay stuck, and the answer will surprise you. Here's something most people don't know. When you imagine achieving your goal, when you visualize the money, the success, the life, your brain releases a small dose of dopamine, the same chemical it releases when you actually succeed. So every time you think about your goals, your brain whispers, "Good job, you're making progress." But you're not. You're just thinking. Psychologists call this mental simulation. It feels like momentum. It feels like you're moving forward, but you're standing completely still, just feeling good about it. The dream becomes the reward. And when the reward already feels real, why would your brain push you to do the hard work? Here's the real secret nobody talks about. Most dreamers aren't lazy. They're terrified. Not of failure itself, but of what failure would mean. If they try and fail, they can no longer say, "I could have done it." That option disappears forever. So they protect themselves. They stay in the planning phase. They keep the dream alive but untested. Because an untested dream is still a perfect dream. As long as you don't try, you're still capable of everything. The moment you try, you become human. And that is the most frightening thing for someone who has built their entire identity around potential. I'll start when I'm ready. I'll begin when the timing is right. Just a little more preparation. Sounds familiar? Here's what psychology actually tells us. Readiness is not a feeling that comes before action. It's a feeling that comes because of action. You don't feel confident before you start. You feel confident after you've started. Even badly, even messily, even with fear in your chest. But the person stuck in their dreams keeps waiting for the fear to go away first. And it never does. So neither do they. These people think deeply, every step, every possible outcome, every scenario where something goes wrong. And here's the cruel irony. The more they think, the more tired they become. By the time it's actually time to act, their mental energy is already spent. Psychologists call this decision fatigue and analysis paralysis. The brain treats thinking as work, and after enough of it, it shuts down and says, "Not today." They feel productive. They feel like they worked hard, but nothing moved, nothing changed. Just another day spent inside their own head. This one cuts deep. Your brain doesn't just want you to achieve your goals. It wants your actions to match your identity, the story you believe about yourself. And if somewhere deep down you believe, "I'm not the type of person who finishes things," your brain will quietly, consistently sabotage every attempt you make. Not because you're weak, but because the brain is loyal. It is loyal to your self-image. So the real work isn't just taking action. It's changing who you believe you are, before or while you act. Because no amount of motivation can override an identity that says, "This isn't for someone like me." Talking about dreams is exciting. It creates a version of you that is powerful, successful, free. And that version feels real when you talk about it. But actually building that life, that's slow, that's boring. That's waking up and doing the same unglamorous thing for the 100th time with no applause. The idea of who you could be will always feel better than the work required to get there, unless you make peace with the process. So here's the truth no one tells you. Having big dreams is common. Acting on them is rare. And the gap between those two things isn't talent. It isn't luck. It isn't even time. It's the courage to move while your own mind is working against you. The question isn't whether your dream is possible. The question is, are you willing to become the person it requires? If this hits something real for you, you already know what to do next.